What's up, guys? I'm Ali. Welcome back to another video with me, guys. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today, baby? Give God all the honor and the glory from you through this amazing day, baby. Another banger day. All right, guys. Man, my day's been going great so freaking far, I must say, for the most part. Today is a hot day. It's pretty nippy down here today. The sun is beaming and it's baking everybody like a light bug. But overall, today was good. It was an amazing day, whatever. Um, man. What can I say? I just keep on living, keep going, taking one day at a time, and just keep on just being me and just making impacts and just changing lives. But guys, for the most part, this video, the title, people give up too easily. People give up too easily, man. People don't realize, a lot of people don't realize the reason why a lot of people give up in life or whatever, because sin. Sin affects the body and the mind and the spirit, you know. When you're not living right and you're doing a lot of things that you shouldn't be doing, a lot of things that's impacting your body in a bad way, it's damaging your body and your thinking process and how you think. Meaning people could damage you as a person and drugs can damage you as a person, you know. A lot of things that you take in each and every day, people's spirits, you know, negative energy, it hinder you from your growth. It hinder you from just being the best you can. It hinder you from reaching that thing. It hinder you from, you know, bringing good things towards you, you know, because you've been operating from this spirit, this negativity, and that's your reality. All it is negativity. Everything you come across is never ticketed, you know, toxicity, because that's what you're used to. Sometimes it's good to change your mindset, you know. But if you go through stuff like that, it's gonna make you just want to just give up and throw in the towel. A lot of people feel as if they're not worthy, or they shouldn't have these things, or they not, you know, parents didn't teach them the right way about self worth and knowing your worth or whatever. A lot of people in life had to go through things and figure it out on their own, just because their parents had a hard childhood, or they may went through some things. They gonna hinder their own children from being the best that they can be, just because of the life that they had growing up or whatever, which is stupid, you know. Um, and I really don't think that a lot of parents didn't even think about when they had kids, you know, how to raise a kid, you know. I just think that a lot of people that have kids back then and today, they had kids by default, meaning um having sex at a young age, um parents not teaching them about sex education, um parents having kids not knowing anything about sex education, but old enough to know better from right from wrong and not to open your legs. A lot of people had kids before they even got married, which is nothing. It is something wrong with that though. That whole situation. People bring in kids and it interrupt their whole life, their whole livelihood, and it hinder them from being the best that they can be, just because their parents tell them they should have some kids because they want some kids, but actually they don't want kids. They just want to stop you from being the best you can be, whatever. And a lot of people give in. They give up when they have kids, whatever. Give up on life when you shouldn't give up on life. Just because you got kids or whatever, it doesn't mean your life stops. You know, you keep on going. You learn how to manage your lifestyle with children and balance it out. You know what it is, you getting up on time, self discipline, doing what you have to do early so you get what you need to get done throughout the day. You know. But a lot of people not doing that, knowing they have kids or whatever, they just give up. Um, and a lot of parents like the fact that their children just give up because they gave up, you know. Um, and it's the truth. It's the God honest truth. And it's kind of sad. It's pathetic, you know. Bad parents or whatever, and a lot of parents don't want to take responsibility or be held accountable for their actions. But you know, at least have the conversation. At least apologize for the thing that you put your child through and that you didn't teach them. But they're not gonna do that. Their ego and their pride too big, baby. It's too big. But guys, for the most part, you have a life, and yeah, you brought into this world not knowing the things and not having people to teach you about life and how people are and how this world is and how even conniving people can be. You know. A lot of times, a lot of things, majority of the people, majority of adults, young adults, like me and everyone else, um, we have to learn things on our own. We had to figure out how the world really is. We had to figure out how people really is. We had to figure out a lot of things about ourselves because our parents hinder us from growing because they want to hold us captive within the household and be attached to them and under them. A lot of things, guys, that I know I learned on my own. Nobody taught me. I might have came across people that educate me on things, but majority of the part I learned it on my own. I learned a lot of things about life and how people really are. Nobody taught me nothing. Um, Even sex education, I learned that on my own. I had to go through a lot of stuff, because when you young guys, you don't know your worth because your parents don't teach you nothing about self worth because they don't know theirs. And it's sad. And at one point, I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel like I was, have a purpose in life or whatever. But I found myself. I figured myself out. I just spent a lot of time by myself, lonely nights, and just figuring out me, whatever. But I always knew my value as a person. Even as a child, I knew my value. I knew what type of person. I know what type of person I am. I know what type of people I want to be around. Even my parents knew it at a young age. That about me and how I carried myself and the wisdom that I had. And yeah, it's a lot of things that I could say. But yeah, for the majority, I felt that pain. I felt that unworthy, and I've been there, guys. So I definitely can relate to a lot of people out there. But for the most part, I never gave up on myself. I never gave up on myself. My dreams, my wants, things that I felt like I already did, I never gave up on. People. I just had highlights throughout my life that I remember when it comes to myself and people I came in contact with that showed me my self worth because they saw my worth. You know. And that was the only thing that mattered. Other people seeing my worth. So that's the same thing with you guys that don't know their worth. You will be better off if you just find your value and know your worth. You got to know your value first before you know your worth. You know what you want. You know what you accept. You know what you want to tolerate. You know what type of people you want to be around. You don't have to settle just because somebody else settled for this. You don't have to settle for a certain environment just because somebody else settled for it. You don't have to be the thing that your parents want you to be. You can go out and strive to be whatever you want to be. Whatever you feel in your heart, that's what you should do. Whatever you have, whatever passions goals or passion that you have that you want to reach, or you should just do it. Don't let nothing hinder you from doing what you want to do. If something don't feel right to you, say no. Don't do it, guys. Don't never do nothing that someone else won't do. So a lot of people try to make you do things that they wouldn't do. A lot of people try to play dumb with you, knowing that you wouldn't do that to them. But the moment that you get them a taste of their own medicine or whatever, and you show them how it feels, they don't like that. So guys, don't never do nothing that you will not. Don't do nothing that makes you feel uncomfortable. Don't do nothing that somebody else won't do, but they're gonna ask you to do it. So do what feel good to you, and that makes you feel better about yourself. um do not never go in situations with people because never do. We all know right from wrong, and you do something wrong, you're not gonna feel good, and you're gonna do it. You know what is right. So do what's right instead of doing what's wrong. Do the complete opposite. If yes mean no, just do the opposite. If it don't make you feel good, do the complete opposite. But guys, don't never give up on yourself, guys. I'm not at what I want to be right now in life, but I'm taking baby steps to get there. It's a process. Everything don't happen overnight. So, guys, stop thinking things happen overnight. I came across a lot of people that feel like as if things happen overnight. They look at other people and their lifestyle and they think that they just got it. Like, it just happened like that. No, it didn't happen overnight. You have to put in work for anything that you want. And a lot of people are not comfortable. I know I see this all the time though with people. A lot of people don't know a lot of things, but they agree with you in the mix of a conversation for they won't feel stupid or dumb. Let's just say hypothetically, I know something and I'm telling somebody, don't you know this and that happened or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what this will happen? Well, they will agree with me, knowing they don't know, just to feel like they don't want to feel dumb. But if I was to ask them what I'm talking about, explain to me what I'm talking about, they don't have an answer, you know? And they feel embarrassed. When you're not trying to embarrass nobody, if you don't know, you just don't know. It's okay. I can help you on just well. If I don't know something, I'm gonna say I don't know. Educate me on it. But we have so much ego and pride today to the point people do not want to go outside who they are or want to feel dumb or just they don't want to feel like they're not smart, whatever. But you don't have to be ashamed about none of these things. It's these things that hold you back in life for being the best that you can be, whatever. Your pride. That pride and that ego. You have to let it go, guys. You're never gonna get it. You have to let it go. That's gonna make you always give up. Not taking actions, just that pride, that ego, you gotta let it go. And to get rid of that pride and ego, you need God. I can tell you that now. You're not gonna be able to do it on your own. You're gonna need God. Um, but God helps you out with a lot of things. He helped you get through a lot of things. And a lot of people don't believe in God just because the world and the things that they going through, and they feel as if God really loved me, why I'm going through this. Not God not putting you through this. The people in the system putting you through this. Yeah. So, because God not control of this system, this government system, the people that work in the government system that run this system is putting you through what you're going through. So, guys, yeah, it's not God. God gave you everything that you need on this world, in this world, but it's been taken over, and you have to purchase and buy everything when it was given to us for free, meaning water, fruits, vegetables, we grow out the ground, air we breathe in each and every day, electricity, we already had that here, you know. A lot of things, guys. But yeah, think outside the box, guys. Just think outside the box and just never give up on yourself, never give up on your dreams, never give up on who you are as a person, and never give up on God for the most part. Put God at the top, never give up on God. God gonna get you what you need to get through, and you just can't give up on God. You can't blame God for the things that you're going through. Sometimes you had to go through things because you couldn't learn anything if you don't go through it. How would you be able to learn anything if you don't go through anything? So you have to go through something to learn something. So yeah, it only makes sense. But guys, that's me. I'm Ali. This is me. I'm signing out. I'm about to go get this workout in. I hope that you enjoy my video. I hope that you take something from it and leave your comments at the bottom. Let your voice be heard. I would love to hear your thoughts. Until my next video, guys. Peace and love. Stay safe. And may God bless.